Okay, so we're just going to quickly look at how to draw curved shapes in isometric. Now, I've pre-prepared two curved shapes for you here. We have got a cone and a cylinder. The way that I did this was, firstly, I created our box, our crate, using the crating method. Roughly the same proportions, length, etc. of the shape I want to create. On the bottom, to create our circle, you see both the cone and the cylinder start the same. I marked halfway along each line of the bottom square, which allowed me then to join them up, to join each point up to create our isometric circle. To create the cone, then that became easy. I just picked our points in the middle there, where the cone point would go to, used a ruler and drew to the top. What I would then do is go about rubbing out the working lines, the crate, as well as the back lines, the back line of the circle, to create our isometric cone. To do the cylinder was very, very similar. Again, I marked the middle line of each of the back square, and I did exactly the same at the top, which allowed me to draw two circles in isometric. To create the cylinder then, I just used a ruler to create two vertical lines straight down. And now I need to rub out the working lines, including the back lines of the cylinder. We don't want to see them. And there we go, two decent isometric shapes. Now, when you're creating circles, you often find that it takes you a few attempts to get it right, which leaves you with a kind of messy line, which is why it's then important to use a fine liner to very, very carefully go around the shape that you were drawing. There we go. And with the cylinder, exactly the same. Very, very carefully, just to give it a good edge. Went a little bit wrong at the top, but you get the idea. There we go. When we think about rendering a cylindrical shape, it becomes a little bit more challenging. We have to think about the lightest part being in the middle of the circular curve. So we actually need to make the edges very dark and then steadily make it very light in the middle. Something like that. And with the cylinder, exactly the same. Very dark on the edge. And lighter towards the middle. For the top, I just usually go for a medium tone, like that. Okay, so that's how you can create cylindrical shapes, cylinders, cones, etc. in isometric. Watch out for little errors like I had.